Good morning, everyone. Come on in, say hello. Good to see you all. Good to be seen. Definitely had a humbling week with some pain in my back. So today I will be modifying quite a bit. Not quite a bit, but probably be leaning more towards twistings and some modifications in back bending as I continue to get some focus to this low back of mine. But it's also really helpful to be able to have reminders of the humanness. Not that I ever thought that I wasn't human, but definitely trying to think about things in terms of long term, not superhero crazy yoga contortionist. And there's a lot of fun things in my yoga practice that you know I may not have to say goodbye to, but I'm just gonna have to be moderate about. Moderate? Who wants to be moderate when there's so much fun to be had? Hi everybody, I'm Belinda, and this is Just Be Yoga, and this is our Saturday morning yoga basics. Good to see you all. Hey Shannon, hey Gaia, good to see you. Missed you. Let's get started on our mat, and I'm just going to bend here. So if anyone has had any strain in their backs before, just know that for me this is in my low back, and it's coming across my sacrum, okay, and that's a bony plate above your tailbone, and it's curving down into my piriformis. And so with that, I'm going to be ginger about how I hinge at this hip. So I don't know if you noticed that I've even kept the knees bent here. So I have a good range of movement, even with, with some pain, but I can't stiff leg it up, because that would put so much strain on my low back. So if that helps for anyone who is dealing with something that is muscular, not bone, I'm not talking about degenerative diseases or any kind of bone injuries. Nope. And I am also not a physician. So if you have stuff going on in your body, please go get medically checked out. But I'm giving modifications if you're feeling some muscular back tension, to be able to ease your way into it and diagnose, like feel out, does this feel good? Does that not feel good? We're here to create harmony and unison in body, mind, and breath. Alrighty, I'm still having a straight line issue, and that's my mind. Let's come up to the top of our mat. You could have your legs together in your mountain. You could have your legs apart. Look at your feet. Try to make sure that they're even. Are we aware of whether we angle the feet out? When we do, you're rotating your hip bone outward, all right? So even this, I can feel a little bit of pull in the muscles in my back to stretch them rather than keep them relaxed and contracted in. Lift through the top of the head. Eyelids open or closed. And let's just begin yoking, coming together, being aware of what is going on in my feet, my legs, my hips, in my chest, my arms, my neck, my face. Now, how is my breath interacting with my body? Feel that way. Sit with that. Repeat that to yourself. How is my breath interacting with my body? Are there parts of my body that are not interacting with my breath? Flip that around. Are there parts of my breath that are not interacting with my body? Feel both of those spaces. I didn't say perfect it. I didn't say find inner peace. Just feel both of those spaces and wherever you are in them. And look at your mind. How is your mind interacting with body and breath right now? Maybe it's not interacting at all. Maybe it's still doing something in a conversation that ticked you off this week. Maybe it's sitting and shaming the body for something it's not doing with the breath right now. Maybe it's having a squirrel moment looking out your window in your house. Or maybe it's starting to be aware of itself and slow down. And it doesn't have to pick up that conversation that pissed us off. Be right here. What is your mind doing right here? And we'll do a single Om if you wish. So deep inhale, let the belly expand. Come back to feeling body, breath, mind. What are they doing? How are they interacting with one another? Feel the remnants of that vibrational sound. Did we force it muscularly? What muscles? Down in the hips, up in the throat, in the mouth? Were we trying to choke it back? Were we trying to sing? Was it in the vocal cords, in the nasals? One more time, deep breath, let it be. Did we feel that vibration in the physical body, in the breath, in the mind? We're here to yoke and connect and feel. Breathe in and lengthen the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, you can bend those knees. Let the upper body go. Inhale, rolling it up. Feel your body, feel your breath. Are they working together? Did one stop before the other? Keep lifting and expanding. Maybe you needed a new breath. Exhale, forward fold. Feel your skin, your flesh, your bones, your organs. Inhale. And exhale. Let's say 3 more of these. And notice your body, your breath, and your mind in unison. Are they in unison? Can they allow themselves to be? Following each other, no one leading. I lost count, so I'm going to do one more. And we'll end hanging. Maybe grab opposite elbows, let the upper body hang. What is the body telling you? Now the body is a vast terrain, so maybe pick it part by part. Ankles and ankle bones, knee ligaments, calf. So pick something. I've got to bend the knees. My back is starting to talk to me. Breathe. And if there are areas that are tight, what are they saying and what do you need to do to find greater ease? Not perfection, just a little bit more ease. Let's all be willing to just take little baby bites. And we'll release those arms. I'm going to round the spine up and bring my hands to my knees. Keep the knees bent. And we'll find a few standing cat and cows, waking up movement of the spine and the core muscles. Feel your tailbone. Feel the spinal column. Feel the spinal column that has ribs wrapped around it. Feel the spinal column at the attachment of the shoulders into the neck and throat. Can you feel the vertebrae that connect into the base of your skull? Movement. How is your breath interacting with your flesh? Where's your mind? Not trying to perfect. Let your mind just go. It doesn't need to think. It can just feel. Enjoy the feelings of sensation. I'm going to roll the spine up. I'm going to reach the arms out and expand. Flex the wrists. Feel the arms pulling away from one another. Are we pulling away from the wrists? Is that where it's initiated? Are you pulling away from the forearms? Is that where it's initiating? Are we pulling away from the elbows? Can we feel that as initiation? What's fatiguing? And is it fatiguing or is it just stretching? Become aware of the terrain of sensation that's available. And how do we equalize it? Not make it go away. How do we equalize it? Shoulders. Can they pull away from one another? Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to wrap the arms around myself. My right is under, left is on top. Breath in. Lift the elbows. Exhale. Twist. Now root the legs down. Keep the hip bones forward. Lift through the top of the head. And breathe in the whole column of your torso. Feel that whole area, that whole corridor breathing in unison with the body. Yes, the body is twisting. Can it make space for the breath that it's working with? Breath in. Exhale to center and other side. See if we can try to keep the hips forward. Twisting from the belly button up. Good. Wiggle your toes. Get to know what your feet are doing. Can we occupy our whole body with our mind? How is the mind integrating and interacting with the body and breath? Don't let your mind go running off somewhere. Stay here with us. Let's come on back. Breath in. Exhale. I'm going to release the arms, bend the knees, bring the hands down to the knees. Cat and cow. Good. I'm going to linger on my low back here, scooping the tailbone under. Ooh, just dropping that tailbone, not forcing, which has been my habit, trying to like make it better, faster, sooner, right? So I'm just trying to do it slowly. Feeling out my left side is a little more tense than my right. And then rolling that spine up. Let's do a few gentle neck rotations. As you're here, can you occupy the whole body with your awareness? Not just the neck. What's your waist telling you? Is it overexerting itself? Does it need to be? How about the hips and the knees? Are we squeezing something there? Do we need to be? How is your breath interacting with the body? Change direction. What's your pace? Could you slow it down? Would it be more yummy? Can we permit yummy? Breathe. Good. We'll come to a neutral space. Breathe in and lift. I'm going to flip the palms, interlace. Breath in, lift from the waist. Exhale, twist. Try to keep the hips forward. Push the legs down. What's your body doing? How's your breath interacting with it? Don't let the body strain so much that it can't let the breath be with us. Take the breath with us. Come to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Body interacting with breath. Mind interacting with body. Breathe. And center. Inhale, look up. Exhale, coming forward. Let the arms go. Good. Let's breathe in. Half flat back. Palms coming down. I'm going to step the left foot back, come to the toe. You can have your block out in front of you. Inner thighs kind of squeezing a little bit together. Breathe in, dip in the hip, pull the chest up. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Now free the toes, unclench. Try to stretch the top of the foot, of that right foot. Don't cause a cramp. Sometimes when I overdo, right, I'm giving myself a cramp. Can I relax? Can you pull the right hip up and back? We're here to interact with this body and interconnect with it, not boss it around. Good. Let's breathe in and bend the right knee. I'm going to step the left foot up, and I'm going to step the right leg back. I'm not going to go into my fullest lunge. I'm still being moderate in my body, keeping this front knee over the heel, pushing the right heel back, inner thigh squeezing, giving myself structure, giving myself stability. Breathe in and pull the chest up, maybe dipping the hip. Oh, that feels so good on the front of my hip. Exhale, straighten that back leg and front leg. Good. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Good. Inhale, bend. Inner thighs, can you give it a little squeeze? Don't let it just sag without support structure. And then let's straighten, push the toes down so we can feel the stretch in the top of that foot. Soften the shoulders, the hips, the ribs. Bend the left leg. Step the right foot up. Roll the spine up. Few shoulder rotations. Open your eyes. Maybe open your jaw. Work the fingers and the wrists. Wake ourselves up. Good. Let's breathe in. Come up, lift. Come onto the tippy toes. Wake up the toes and the ankles. Exhale, lower. Maybe rock to the heels. And forward to the toes. Thank your ankles. Thank all of those fine muscles. And rock back and forth. Feel your waist stretching, exposed, lengthening, vulnerable, strong. Good. Breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, lift it up halfway. I'm going to step the left leg back. Breathe in, pull the chest up, bend that right leg. Left hand down, twist. Now you could bring your right hand to your hip. Straighten that back leg as best it wants, twisting the belly button. Some of you could bring your right hand to your shoulder and just turn that wing open. Others may want to straighten that leg. Breathe in. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Don't let them shrug up to the neck. Give your neck space now. Where are you in your body? Where are you in your breath and your breath working with your body? Where's your mind? Bring the hands down. Step the left leg up. Roll the spine up. Breathe in. Lift. Flip the palms. Interlace. Exhale. Twist. Lift up and off of that twist. Inhale to center. Exhale. Twist. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to make a sound. Check in. Are you letting your neck go? We got to let the body believe us, right? Our body doesn't believe us when we say we're here to let go, we're here to feel, we're here to have no pressure. Our body doesn't believe us because we hold our bodies in stiff, locked positions for long periods of time. Our body has heard us say that self-care is important, and then we don't do it, right? So our body's like, yeah, no, I'm just going to stay tensed up here. We got to earn that trust from the body. We're going to step the right leg back, hands to the floor or a block. Lengthen, invite length into you. Soften the flesh around your bones. Right hand to the floor, maybe onto a block. And we're going to revolve. I'm going to bring that left hand to my hip, straightening my back leg. I'm definitely feeling that left low back here. But it's feeling good to open. And the back doesn't have a lot of pressure. It's the twisting for me. Breathe. Remember, you could bring your left hand to your shoulder here. Opening the chest cavity. Feeling the legs giving us that support. Maybe you need to bring the right knee down. Breathe in. Breathe out. How is your breath interacting with body now? How is your mind interacting with breath? I'll bring the left hand down. I'm going to bring the right knee down and step the left knee back. Finding a tabletop. If your wrists are sensitive, you can make a fist and rest on your knuckles. And let's do a few cat and cows here. Breathing in, Dropping the belly down, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, arching and lifting. Draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, round. Good, I'm going to come to a neutral space, reaching that left leg back. All right, so this kind of warrior 3 positioning has less strain on my back in a hands and knees position than it would be standing, okay? So this thigh is helping a lot more, the core is helping a lot more. So I chose this so that it won't necessarily be an exacerbation on my back. Really get to work some of that core strength and the thigh strength. And then if you like, we can lengthen the right arm forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. What's going on physically? What's going on breath-wise? How is your breath interacting with your whole body right now? And we'll bring this down. Right leg lengthens. Flex through the heel. Lengthen the spine too, or do you just have 2 pillars of arms just kind of holding your flesh sagging? Can your torso hold itself? Do I believe I could grow that leg any longer? What muscles would I have to connect with? What part of my mind would I have to connect with? What would it feel like to have that leg grow longer? And if you want, you don't have to. Your core's doing work without it. You could lift the left arm as well. Keep the shoulder relaxed. Please leave no breath behind. Where's your mind? And we'll bring that leg down, that arm down, widen the knees, sink the hips back, child's pose. Sinking the hips back and away. Breath in, breath out. And I'm going to lengthen the arms forward. I'm going to move the body a little bit more smoothly, getting a little bit of wind up and a little bit of heart rate up for the little vinyasa, a little bit of heat. Inhale, coming forward to hands and knees, spread the palms. Tuck the toes, hips go up, head goes down, down dog. Those knees could be soft. Tilt the tailbone up. I'm going to press my heels down, straighten my legs now. Tilt the tailbone up. Actually feels okay. Letting my head go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring one knee down. Step the other leg up. Step both legs up. Rolling the spine up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Try not to tense your muscles. Let's yield as we go. Half lie back, having your body trust that you want to be kind. Exhale, I'm going to step the opposite leg back than the one that was down before. Bring the knee down. Step both knees back. Hands and knees plank. Breath in. Exhale, lower to your belly. Breathe in. Lift the chest. Keep the hips down. Shoulders back, arching the upper back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Good. Let's bring our right knee down. Step our left foot up. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. Spin the back foot flat. Come on up, warrior 2. Inhale, bend that left knee. Exhale, straighten, reach forward, hand down, triangle. Breath in, breath out. Thrust the hips forward a little bit, like your body is the bread in the toaster. Breath in, breath out. Gradually bringing ourselves up. Bend that knee. Hands down. Spin back onto the right toe. I'm going to bring the right hand down. We're going to do that twist again. Choose. Maybe the hand to the hip. Maybe the hand to the shoulder. Maybe you spread your wings. Breathe in. Breathe out. Both hands down. Bring the knee down. Step the left knee back. Find your plank. What's the plank for you? Elbows shave the ribs as you lower down mindfully. Feel the journey. Inhale. Opening our heart. Filling it with breath. Working together. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Feel all of the digits in your palms playing a supporting role. Good. We're going to bring the left knee down. Step the right foot up. Straighten the back leg. Lunge. Squeeze inner thighs. Feel your breath interacting with your hips. Spin the left foot flat. I'm going to keep my back to you. We're going to bring ourselves up for Warrior Two, squaring the hips, chest facing that side wall, arms floating out, elbows and shoulders soft. Push into the baby toe edge of that left foot. Don't lock your knees. Tailbone under. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, let's sink into it. Good. Breath in. Reach and triangle this side. Ooh, I'm going to be a little moderate here. I can feel the left side of the hip. Letting the breath interact into those tight spaces. Can you feel the flesh moving because breath has expanded in that area? What would you have to do to feel that, to encourage that, to permit that? Inhale it up. Bend. I'm going to windmill this left hand down, spinning onto my left toes, finding my twist here, maybe somewhere in the middle. What's your arm doing versus both legs? Are they even in both? Do we know how to ask them to be even? Where's your breath? Is it pervasive through the whole body? Integrated. Both hands down. Stepping back to plank. Lower to your bellies. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. I'm going to bring my hands back toward my ankles or knees. If you can bring your inner thighs together, go ahead and do so. I'm going to hold ankles, maybe the feet, maybe your pant leg, if that's what you need. Bringing our head as close to our knees as we can. I'm going into what's called Apanasana, the rabbit's pose. I'm going to bring my head here. I'm going to roll gently onto the top of my head. Draw the shoulders up and away from the neck toward the ceiling. Hips rising, subtle, very subtle. By lifting the shoulders, can you feel yourself lifting weight off of your head, off of your neck? You're still rooted, but you're not dumping the weight there. Feel the left side and right side of your neck. How is your breath interacting with this pose? Can you feel your breath in the back of your neck? Can you feel your breath in your low back and your belly? Relax your jaw, your eyelids. Let's slowly lower it down, rolling the spine back up. Move gently. We've been on the head. We've been stretching the neck and the upper back. Let the breath start to help you regulate. Notice when you're craving to let the breath lead the way. Then let it. We'll come to a sitting space. actually turn sideways. And let's just shake this out. Shake it out. Good. I'm going to bring the legs together. I'm going to draw this right foot in. Now for some of you, you might not be able to bring it up toward the groin, this heel. So it might need to be a little bit lower. You may also want to roll up a blanket or put a block under this knee, depending on how that hip feels. Keep the belly button trying to align with this left leg. And I'm actually going to invite a little twist, because I told you it'd probably be twist heavy. Breath in, pull the spine upward. Exhale, revolve from the lowest part. Try not to twist from the shoulders. Keep opening your chest, shoulder blades down, neck growing tall, twisting from your belly button or lower. Now let your breath integrate in with the body as it's moving here, as it's tightening and coiling. And I'm going to release that twist and come forward. Now you might want to use a pillow, stack of blankets or something to lay on here. Let's say your body doesn't come very close to that thigh, so that you can let the body rest in this position and let other muscles slowly open. You could stack, lower it down gradually, maybe switch to a blanket from a pillow as things start to loosen and drop down. Do your scan now. How is your body interacting with this shape? What areas are feeling free and open in this shape? What areas are feeling tight, restricted in this shape? Can you let go? No strain. Check your fingers, wiggle them, your wrists, your toes. And let's bring ourselves up. I'm going to switch. Legs together first. I'm going to bring this foot in for this side. It doesn't have to be the same as it was on the other side. And because I started with a pillow on that side, I'm going to start with a pillow on this side. And let my upper body. Yep, I didn't do the twist. I will after I've had some nice pillow hugging time. I'm going to set that aside. Sitting upright. Spine lifting. Shoulders open. Revolving from the belly. How is the mind interacting with the body? I know I tend to have a mind that's going more. I could do more. Now what? Let's keep going. And it's like, oh, but where's the contentment mind? I'm going to start to train my mind. This is enough. Feel this twist. I don't need more in order to get more health out of it. Good. Actually, while I was doing that, something just went. All right, now I'm going to come forward. I'm not going to pull into it. I know some of you might want to use a strap. Just know that I'm just going to let gravity take the body and still be in an active practice without kind of adding any additional pressure to it. I'm not saying that using a strap and pulling in is bad. I'm saying that that's not the practice I'm seeking today, because I'm working on moderation and acceptance while still being as fully as I can in my body, letting it surprise me, letting it open and strengthen, let it show me its resilience. And I'll bring myself up. Ooh. Alrighty, let's find a butterfly or Baddha Konasana, bound angle. I'm going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. Pulling the spine up, shoulders down. Trying not to round or hunch the back. Inner thighs. I'm actively pressing with the muscles of the groin. You could hold your shins or ankles, so don't feel like you have to do the clasp I'm doing, right? But I'm pressing here, letting the arms help add and amplify the stretch through the back of the neck. I'm going to do some neck rotations here. Lifting. And exploring what is the length of the muscles up and down my back that I can actually feel this movement in. I can actually feel it almost all the way down toward my lowest part of my mid-back. Feeling that strand, that swath of muscle on both sides of the spinal column. Definitely way up toward the ears, on the sides of the neck, I can feel that. And then the free muscles through the front of the throat. Feeling that stretch in the front of the throat, realizing how much do I actually ever bear that area, change direction. Listen to your breath. Start to let your breath drive. Drive your yoga car. Let your breath drive this yoga car. Good. Come to center. Breath in and lift. Exhale. Hinging forward. You could have that pillow down in front of you again here. And I'm trying to just let my belly breathe, not have my upper chest breathe. That means I have to be willing to feel the fleshiness of my tummy, the bulkiness of my tummy. Let my tummy protrude. Stop trying to hide myself from myself. Let go in the jaw. Let go in the shoulders. Not holding myself up. And let's round the spine up. Bringing ourselves upright. Good. I'm going to do just a little bit more wide here. So I'm going to bring the legs out. I'm going to bounce them. Wake up. Feel the difference side to side. I know that we tend to think that, it should be even, right? But it isn't, nor should it be, because we're humans. So I'm just pushing the right butt cheek down. Now I'm pushing the left butt cheek down. I'm going back and forth, feeling those hips, feeling just a little bit in the back, but my back's feeling pretty free here. I'm going to point and flex. Seeing how much you can feel stretching in the calves, shins and calves. It would help if I'm pointing to the right anatomy. Pushing the backs of the legs into the floor, lifting the chest, twist. Let the belly expand with breath. And release. Move gently. Breath in, lift. Push the backs of the thighs into the floor. And twist. Grow tall through the back of the neck. Don't hold that belly in for the breath. Good. I'm going to stay in this twist and come forward. Now, here's a great position for your pillow. You can just rest on your pillow. I'm just going to let my body slump on down here. Now, I was noticing I was rolling back onto that left butt cheek. So now I'm just going to try to roll forward into the left inner thigh. And I feel different stretching in the back of that thigh, my back, the buttocks, even the calf. So you can play with where you have weight shifted. Where's the body naturally trying to go? Where is it resisting going? And can you play with the whole spectrum of that? I'm going to roll the spine up. usually giving some attention to the areas that don't want to move, because the areas that you go into easily is where the body has grown accustomed to how it can move. And so there's likely some muscle groups and sets that haven't been getting much attention. They haven't been relied upon in that way. I'm twisted, sorry, and I'm coming forward. Relax your throat, relax your wrists. Do you know what is going on in your body? Is your breath integrated with the body, or is your breath limited to one spot in the body? Is your mind dancing around away from the body, away from the breath? Now, where's your body weight? Are you back, leaning backwards in that hip? Could you come forward a little bit more? Keep flexing the toe. Yowza. And gradually bringing ourselves up. I'm going to help the backs of my legs, bringing those legs in. I'm going to bring the feet down. So now, depending on the size of our thighs and our tummy, you might want your legs apart. And if we've got the legs apart, we've got space for the tummy to kind of come in there. If you've got not much flesh in your legs and your thighs, you can bring the knees together, feet together, wrapping the arms completely. But we're going to lift the spine up, so it doesn't matter whether I'm here, wrapping here, I'm just using my finger, pulling up, or I could do that here. So I brought my heels in, knees together, pulling out. Fetal position, sitting upright, not quite a boat. We're feeling this contraction. Here's what I'm not doing. I'm going to exaggerate, rounding my spine here. Pulling that up, shoulders down. Now, how much can we let our bellies expand here? Massage all of your organs. Let the air just kind of float around, permeate, curving and swirling around all of the spaces around your organs. Can you touch your kidneys with your breath? Good. I'm going to release, bring the hands back. I'm going to bring the knees together, feet wide. And I'm just going to come side to side. You could be positioned however you wish on your arms. I was just working my arms and my wrists in a different direction. See how much the hips and the back want to twist the thigh muscles. Let the organs get a massage. I'm sliding on my mat. I'm going to come over to one side and ask the ankle to come up on that top knee. Now, if you like, you can do a little hip thrust. Can you see that? A little kind of hip thrust. But don't really jam it. We're just going to do a slow, kind thrust. Hold, breathe. And release the hip, release the foot. Coming around and over. I'll show this way. Ankle, hip thrust. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And lower the hip down. Uncross the ankles. Good. I'm going to get ready to come down to lying down on my back. I do want to do a supported bridge, but I'm going to do a supported bridge a little bit modified. But go ahead and get your block if you have a block, and I'm going to get a blanket. If you're needing to modify, so if you're afraid that your back really doesn't want to be in a back bend that much, but you know that there's benefit to it, you might not want to use a block. That could be too high. So I've got a blanket, and I'm going to fold the blanket to a height. It's just going to be that high. That's all. Okay? So, I'm going to lay down flat on my back first. So, I've got, for those of you who don't need to make a modification because your back's been yelling at you all week like mine, you could use your block. Okay, so we're going to walk our feet in. Let's just hang here for a moment. Relax your groin. Relax your spine. Bring the hands behind our head. And use the arms and the hands to curl the chin up into the chest stretch, the back of your neck. So can you let your head sink and fall backwards into the support of your arms while your arm is lifting up? Let your belly breathe. And we'll lower the head down. Rest the arms down alongside your waist. Your feet are about 4 inches apart or so. And let's press down through the feet and lift the hips. Actually, I was fully prepared for more agony, and I did not have agony. Yay! Breathe. Check in, left foot, right foot. What is even? What's equilibrium? Can you balance it out? Now, you get your block, bring it just above your tailbone, and lower your weight down on the block. Now, for those of you who don't want to use the height of a block and you want to bring your folded up blanket, you're going to do the same thing and lower yourselves down. Now I'm going to straighten my legs. Legs together, and let the front of the hips be lengthened, stretched, asking ourselves to let go. Feel your body interacting with your breath, interacting with your mind. What thought is affecting your arms? How connected is your mind to the backs of your knees? How connected is your mind to the middle of your breath? I'm going to bring the legs back in. Move gently, no rushed movements. Make sure that your feet are even so that you can apply even pressure. Know where the feet are positioned. They're not angled in an odd way. And we'll push down through the feet. Lift the hips and low back. Ease your support out from under you. We'll lower the hips down. Draw the right knee into the chest. Give it a hug. Straighten the right leg. Walk your hands as high up the back of that leg as it'll go. And then pull that straight leg to you. Point and flex the foot. Breathe. Soft shoulders. And we'll cross the right ankle above your left knee. We're going to do a reclining pigeon. If you want to join us for that, and we'll bring the left knee in. You can hold on behind the left thigh. You could hold on top of the left knee. You could use a strap to hold the back of the left thigh. Low back, resting on the floor. So now I've got my right ankle crossed above my left knee. Now I'm feeling the body weight on my spine. I had been leaning onto the right side of my spine. So now I'm going to bring more weight over onto the left side of the spine, and that changed the pressure of the pull in this right hip, thigh, and low back. What would it feel like to try to be even in the middle of the spine? All right, I'm going to let that foot go. Uncross the right foot. Straightening the left leg. Finding a hold on this left leg. Pulling that leg to me a bit until it says stop. And then point and flex. What's the range of the pointing? Do you know? Could it bend a little further toward you? Could you point through the toes and the ankle and the top of the foot upward? How much of the heel and Achilles tendon and the calf muscle are you feeling when you flex? Good. And now we'll bring that left ankle above the right knee. Feel this left hip. This might be where some of us need to stay, okay? Rather than coming straight into the reclining pigeon. I'm doing a little butterfly here, like up and down butterfly wing. It is more on the left side of my hip and low back that has been problematic. So this is just kind of nice lubrication before I get ready to pull this up. It's just an idea. Now, if you want, you could bring that right knee closer to you, finding whatever clasp you wish. Ooh. Now once again, once you're settled in on how you're going to hold, where are you in your spine? Are you all the way on the left side? Are you all the way on the right side? So I was way on the left, so I'm going to roll over to the right side. And my left hip is like, oh Belinda, we have so much to tell you. And I'm following the sensation traveling from the back, through the hip, through the leg, all the way through the calf and the toe, noticing when I feel diminishment of sensation, amplified, intense sensation. And where's the stuff I can control, right? So my shoulders don't need to be tight. My neck, my jaw doesn't need to be tight. Nice compression massage of the organs. I'm going to release that foot now. Uncross the ankles. Bottoms of the feet together, knees falling open, reclining bound angle. Adjust the shoulders, your head, your arms, for comfort, for ease. Not just comfort, ease. Can you remain in a posture, in a position? And while it may not be like your comfiness, where you would go to for your rest, for your squishiness, could you be in it with ease, not distress? So we want to be careful of comfort and how we tend to use the word comfort when we think about good. I'm going to bring the inner thighs in. Draw the knees into the chest. Open the arms out wide. I'm going to let my knees fall to the left. Gentle spinal twist, letting the gaze fall over the right shoulder. Soften the neck, letting the twist into it, not forcing it. Do I know if I'm forcing? Does my mind think it needs to tell the body what to do? Could the body just flop to gravity and call it good? I'm going to gradually come on back to center and come over to the other side. Oh, ooh, I'm feeling that even in the chest, the upper arms. Feeling areas of the body that want to limit the range of this twist. And just check in. Are you limiting it mentally? Or is the body really encountering its own limitation? Can you soften around the intensity? Soften around limit. One more deep breath. I'm gonna roll over onto my right side into a fetal. Can I remember how we did this sitting upright? Of course, it'd be hard to do this wide-legged, lying on our side, but you get what I'm saying. Feel the difference of just lying on your side on the earth and the ease that comes into the body versus sitting upright. And then we'll gradually come up to a seated space. I'm going to find a comfortable way of sitting. And that could be on a block, which I am going to sit on. It tends to be a little easier on the back and hips. And we'll close as we end it, scanning, checking in on the physical body and what we're aware of. What is the body doing and saying? How is it? Follow your breath. What is your breath doing? Saying? How is it interacting? And we'll sit with the mind, body, breath as one integrated unit. Single Om if you wish to join, allowing that energetic vibration, that heat even, to permeate through, not controlling it. How do we let it be? Let it help integrate body, breath, and mind. If you wish to join, single Om, you could say Hom, you could say Amen instead if you prefer. The point is to yield and surrender to the vibration of the primordial sound that has existed since the beginning of time. Deep inhale if you're joining. Hands to the heart center if you wish to join for the Anjali Mudra, holding an intention close to your heart so that throughout the day, if you ever bring your hands to this position, you'll carry that memory so that you're carrying your yoga off your mat. All of the love and kindness in me is deeply respectful and grateful for all of the love and kindness in you. We reflect one another. Namaste. Thank you all so very much for joining. Thank you for bearing with me in my own healing and rehabilitation as a body, as a body with a brain, mind running into it. Gaia, thank you so much, lovely. I'm always glad to have you here. And yeah, stick around. I'm going to be joining right back in 15 minutes for a power class. Let's see how I work that out, right? All right, everybody. So good to see you all. Go forth and do great things. Namaste.